Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Today, I wanted to see if we can point out the origins of a possible misconception and why something like this is getting really mixed up in the news. Now, if you look at my title and my thumbnail, I did say, in question that, Warner Brothers Montreal is not making a Batman game. Like, what? I think lately I've been seeing comments on my channel, very small channel, just a few comments that are littered around here and there. And I've also been looking at comments from, other content creators making content discussing this so-called future Batman game. And it seems like there's a small, community of people that are actually saying that Warner Brothers Montreal has confirmed that they are not making another Batman Arkham game. And I think that is a misconception. Now, Warner Brothers Montreal honestly has not even confirmed any Batman game, so we can't even rule out a Batman game. Now, what we do have from them, though, is Batman-related leaks. The leaks are not pertaining to anything that they've told us. For crying out loud, it could be a whole animated series that they've been making in the Unreal Engine, and that's what we're probably going to see. Oh, man, that would be so disheartening. But what I think this is coming from Rocksteady. Rocksteady in 2014, April 2nd, did an interview with Game Informer, and in this interview, you can hear Stefton Hill, who is the director of Batman Arkham Knight, and also I think one of the leaders there at Rocksteady, or the guy, one of the point man himself at Rocksteady, actually say that it seemed like that Batman Arkham Knight was the end of the series for them. In fact, if you listen to his answer to the question, there's almost a Freudian slip where he said end of the franchise. Now, I don't know if, back then they wanted to end the entire Batman franchise using this story, or, they wanted to still leave room open, but he mentions this. And let me just play it for you so that you can hear for yourself, okay?
Do you think the General Studio is pretty excited to move on, though, to try something new?
So this is this question that the journalist asked. Do you think the entire studio is actually excited to move on to try something new?
I mean, to be honest, we're not. It's kind of strange because this is the end of the trilogy for us. But we've.
This is the end of the trilogy for us. But. And he goes on to state other things that he feels like the studio might be working on in the future and in time to come. So I think this is where the misconception is. Now, there's something noteworthy that I want to discuss pertaining to the date of this particular video. This video was actually posted April 2nd, 2014, and Batman Arkham Knight did not get released till June of 2015. So there was over a 1-year stretch from when this game did its marketing and its build-up until its release back then. And so if Warner Brothers Montreal is even working on a game, which they've kind of hinted that they're working on something, and if it is a game, we don't expect that the game's going to be coming out this year, honestly, in my opinion. In fact, to the contrary, I think that this game is early in development or somewhere almost at the end. Now, when they say a game is almost at the end, it's usually a 1.5 to 2 years away because that's the way game development works. If you want to know the timeline of game development, go read a book by Jason Schreier of Kotaku. It's called Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. Video games can take a long time to make, especially if they're multi-million-dollar franchises. In fact, the reason I'm actually saying that this game is early in development is because of something that I saw lately from one of my other videos on Monolith's website. They're undergoing site maintenance currently, but if you go to their jobs listing and then you click the entirety of the job listing with Warner Brothers Studios in general, you're going to see something very interesting. And I pointed this out in another video, but if you didn't see that, here it is. Now, these job openings are for Warner Brothers Studios in general. They have a series of jobs here that do not list the name of the Warner Brothers studio. If you look at all these, this is Warner Brothers Games San Francisco, Telltale Games, Playdemic, NetherRealm, Warner Brothers Games International. But then when you look at the studio, or when you look at the location of these jobs, they are in Canada, Montreal, Quebec, or Montreal, how we say it in America, Merca. And what is really, really interesting is there is not only one of these jobs where this happens, there are multiple IT specialists, associate producer. They are hiring an associate producer. And this job posting was posted December 10th, so about 2 months ago. So are they saying that they've probably filled the position, or maybe they're looking for more associate producers? I don't know how the hierarchy works, but this doesn't tell me that they're a physics programmer. That's somebody who actually does produce and program how the world interacts with objects and all that stuff. This is what a developer told me in the most simple way that he could explain it to my, very simple mind. Animator, senior animator. And then if you go to the next page, you're also going to see this same thing occur. Senior concept artist, based in, the location is Canada, Quebec, Montreal, a community manager, a technical art director, a technical animator. I mean, these are key roles to me in what it takes to actually build the foundations of a video game. And like I said, 2 years, they're bringing these people in to probably finish out the job and maybe help, or maybe they're bringing these people in to help support the project. Now, the project might as well be very close to getting done, but it seems like they probably want to, get more people in place to start working on DLC or expansions or all that. So if you count with me, there have probably been, from these job listings, 3 here, 4, 5, 6, 6 job openings, and then if we look very closely, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, that's based in Canada, in Montreal, blah, 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 blah. So close to about 20 jobs. Now, WB Montreal has and boasts of about 300 employees. So 20 employees is literally not even up to 10% of their staff. But one thing about game development, and especially the fact that the way that, publishers or parent companies pay for developers, is they have to make sure that, they have enough money to support all these developers. And there's a project that's actually coming out to be able to make money to recover the overhead that they've been spending. So if you think about all this together, I think we have a game that is somewhere in the middle of things. Now, yes, people may say, oh, playtesters have been testing. That's what playtesters do. They'll test the game for 6, 7, 8 years. Video games can take that long to make. Since they started even making whatever game they've been making, console generations are about to change. Technology has changed. People have more access to more powerful machines now. I mean, you have laptops that carry an RTX 2060 or 2070, whatever the new RTX GPUs are, and they're so thin. So technology is advancing, and so they're probably adapting and trying to deliver this game to market. So I hope we've cleared this misconception and poured some more light in this video as to what I think is happening. I know it could be, it could be really daunting. There's so much that's going on, and, you just have to follow what you're seeing. Leaks are nice. They are, they provide some kind of hope, or they provide some kind of attention, but just go follow what you already see and what you know, and you find yourself in a much more safe place. So for those saying that Warner Brothers Montreal is not developing a Batman game, you might be right, you might be correct, but with their leaks and with the amount of hiring that they're doing currently, with jobs that they've posted basically just a few, not even up to 2 months ago from the time I'm actually reading this and making these video, it's a very hard sell to say that they're not working on something. So I'll leave it here. I'll talk to you guys soon. Leave comments in the comment section. Let me hear what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.